Louisiana Sheriff's Association is embarking on a historic change in culture, one that is placing the health of its deputies and their families at the forefront of plan decisions. By doing this, we hope to develop a partnership between LSA and its members to not only control medical costs, but to improve lives. This change in culture is centered around wellness, and the association is pleased to showcase the key elements of the decision to implement this program and some immediate successes the program has delivered.
So as chairman of the Health Insurance Advisory Committee, I've made a point to make it our mission to make sure we do our level best to reduce cost. Implementing a wellness program was a really big initiative that Hub International actually helped us bring to the table.
LSA realizes that even though changing deductibles may be necessary from time to time, the real way to affect the health and well-being of both the plan and its members is through lifestyle change. It benefits everyone.
Well, the Sheriff's Association Insurance Advisory Board really was looking to preserve the program. They didn't want to raise the deductibles or change the copays, but they knew that they had to because of medical trend. And they wanted to preserve the cost to the local parishes. So they were looking for a way to accomplish that without taking away benefits and increasing cost. We've had to make some adjustments over the years, but we realized that we needed to do more. They had a very unhealthy population. We could see that from case management reports, disease management reports, and they needed to do more. Overall, it was to preserve the plan, but then as we started looking deeper than that, we realized that we needed to do this for the employees, for the deputies, for the sheriffs, for their families, and ultimately, financially, it does help the taxpayers.
Sterling Wellness provides comprehensive screenings, as well as on-site and telephonic coaching, with a staff that is dedicated to the association and its members.
This year we had great success on our first year. We had a total of 37 parishes participated statewide, an average of 71% employee participation statewide, and 87% employee participation in Assumption Parish. Our wellness program, we focus on the free on-site wellness screenings. We're looking to do preventative screening, so decrease the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. With these, we come on-site and do the full lab panel. We also get their blood pressure, their weight, and measurements. Throughout the year, we also do health coaching. We do 2 on-site health coaching a year, and then we also call the participants. Through the health coaching, we do on-site challenges. Throughout the year as well, they can log on to the portal and participate in the employee challenges that we have for them. As we coach, what we're doing as a health coach, our main goal is to work with that participant and set a goal that they want to work on. Set something that they really want to change and make a lifestyle change. Some people, it can be as simple as cutting back on sodas or exercising. They want to start getting into the gym and exercising. Also, we work on stress management, smoking cessation. We form those personal relationships with the participant. We want them to be able to call us if they need anything, any resources, any information that we're able to provide them. And also, we form almost a friendship with them. The online health portal is for the participant. All of their information from the health screening, from health coaching, monthly newsletters, updates, anything like that is on their health portal. That's solely for the participant. They have a login for the health portal that provides all the information that they need to know. They can print their labs offline if they need to and bring them to their physician. We encourage those doctor-patient relationships with their doctor. Also, they are able to contact us if they need any information. It will also update them when's the next screening, what's the next step that they need to do for their wellness program.
The early results of this program have given many success stories. Let's listen in as 2 of those successes describe the impact that the LSA Wellness Program has had on their lives.
I always considered myself, and I still do consider myself, someone that is in shape. I eat right, or try to eat right. I exercise. I've run a marathon. I've run a couple of half marathons. I go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. Our sheriff, the sheriff in Calcasieu Parish, implemented a wellness program almost immediately. He's been sheriff for about 10 years now, but almost immediately when he came into office, he implemented some type of fit for duty program or whatever. Mostly that was incorporated or included a PT test or physical fitness test or whatever for the deputies, but it really didn't include, at that time in the early stages, didn't include what you would consider traditionally think of as a wellness program where you got blood work and that kind of screenings and things like that. And so 4 or 5 years ago he implemented that where you got regular once a year for free. There was a health and wellness fair, a benefits fair at the sheriff's office, and you could go and get your blood screening done. This past year was the first year that we, with the sheriff's, part of the Sheriff's Association and part of being part of the insurance plan, Sterling Wellness came in and conducted the screenings this time, and just I could tell it seemed to be more thorough and more in depth. So this year when I got went to get my blood screening done, Sterling sent me an email and told me that my thyroid, my TSH level was out of whack, and then followed it up with a call from the wellness coach telling me that I should go see my general practitioner doctor, and I did so. And he felt what he called a nodule on my thyroid and sent me to have an ultrasound done. There was actually a mass on my thyroid, and so immediately I was concerned and worried that I may have cancer. That's the worst. That's the thing that your worst fear or whatever. After you leave the doctor, and then when you get in the car after the ultrasound, and the girl that did the ultrasound, the technician tells you, well, yes, there's definitely a mass there and it's large, and so your thoughts immediately shift to your family and what would your son or what would your family do without you, and how would that impact his life? And my son and I are very close, and he's kind of a daddy's boy, and so it immediately made me think, what would his life be like without me? And so I had the surgery, had the thyroid totally removed. The results ended up being a benign tumor, but it was a very large tumor. And the difference in mine was that it was growing more inward than it was growing outward. That's the reason I wasn't aware of it. And so it could have caused problems with my carotid artery, could have had problems, voice issues, problems swallowing. So I asked the doctor, had it not been for the blood test that I took, how long could it potentially have been before I would have physically noticed something? And he said it could have been up to a year before I would have been able to physically notice that there was a mass or something wrong.
Grew up in Denham Springs, Louisiana, and my parents, or my entire family, except for my older half-brother, has fought with obesity all their life. And my father actually was diagnosed, I believe, back in 2005 with type 2 diabetes. I looked at it and I said, well, I'm not going to be like that. It's not going to be me. I don't want to have to fight my health for the rest of my life. Going on over a year now, and I've lost almost 100 pounds. My waist was at 48. I'm now down to 38. I haven't stopped. My goal is to lose another 45 pounds, and I'm going to achieve my goal. And then, my parents look at me, and my dad, he encourages me, and I was hoping that him seeing that I can do it, that he could do it. And, it's still at that point, I'm hoping that, if I keep talking to him, that he'll eventually wake up and, we'll have that, wake-up call to where he goes, well, if my son can do it, then I know I can. The wellness program came into effect, and, the sheriff was real big on getting everybody involved. He wanted to see 100% participation rate throughout the department. And, he gave some incentives, I'm going to do a drawing for TV, that kind of stuff. Well, I wasn't based off the TV. I was like, well, I'm already losing weight. I'm kind of curious myself. What is my blood work? I mean, I haven't been to a doctor in a long time. I haven't had blood work drawn since, I can't remember. And I do know 2 years ago my cholesterol was in the 200s, and, I was kind of scared. I was, I had been losing weight, but, I was kind of scared. Is my blood work going to come back still all messed up? So I did it, got my blood work done, and I found out that my cholesterol went down to the low 100s, which was a huge improvement. And Cheryl contacted me on my phone, and she was discussing my results and everything. and she was a very big supporter. So the wellness program has been a great support. I mean, you know, keeping track of me, I'm able to keep track of what I eat now and how I exercise and stuff like that.
Through this initiative, I've also just seen a change in just the mentality when it comes to fitness and eating better. Several deputies have now joined the gym. They're challenging each other with weight loss and number of miles run in a particular week. I've had a few people stop me in the jail and say, Sheriff, I thank you for giving us this wellness program. It's given me the courage to step out there and try to quit smoking. So we've seen some success. I'm encouraged. I'm seeing more folks walking the beat, more fit for duty, and they're more fit for life. They're happier themselves. Their energy levels are much better. They're better performing, less absenteeism. So that's the plan. It seems to be working. Hopefully we can kind of maintain the momentum and keep us heading in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, it's taking care of our people. We hope to maintain this momentum. It's all about being fit for duty and fit for life.
Fit for duty, fit for life. It's more than just a wellness program. It's a call to action for every member of LSA's medical program to change their health, to be there for the communities they serve and the families and friends they love.